Welcome to the Mindset RX podcast. My name is Tom Foxley and I help functional athletes gain a champ's mindset. Today's show is kind of an elaboration on a post that I wrote on Facebook just yesterday, because it kind of, as I was writing it, I realized how much you guys and myself and all kinds of athletes need to hear these 3 rules. And it's basically 3 ways to become a successful athlete that your coach will never ever tell you. The first one of which is stop rushing so much. Like, people are in such a rush to get you to accelerate your progress, to get you to work harder, to do more sessions. And sure, like let's just say this is your coach telling you this in some degree, because I'm gonna go out on a limb and say they want you to take up their unlimited membership option and come to the gym more often. They want you to take up personal training or strength conditioning sessions to supplement it. They want you to take up the nutrition plan. They want you to add, because, well, capitalism thrives on this and it's a good way to make money. But is this necessarily the right thing for you? I don't think so. I think that we're much more likely to succeed by choosing one thing at a time, taking it slowly, taking it step by step, and first of all identifying with who we want to be, and then taking very simple, elegant, consistent action towards getting there. It's not this huge process of add more. I was listening to my mentors the other day, and they were saying something along the lines of, success isn't this thunder and lightning, ball of fire, growing kerosene-fueled rush towards success. Success is boring. Success is simple. Success is elegant. And success is not overcomplicated. Success is simple and it's slow. It's almost so slow that it seems dull. And you think that you need to rush, but in reality, rushing is preventing you from getting successful. Your rush to become successful is preventing you from becoming successful. So we need to slow down. We need to take it easier. We need to take it step by step and move slowly but surely towards who you want to be with a simple, elegant, consistent plan. And those of you who know me will surely hear me talk about elegant consistency a bunch, but this is my underlying philosophy for how to create a plan. There's no point overwhelming yourself with all different things. And this is why one of the first things we do within the Inner Athlete Performance Camp is like assess how much shit are we doing? Where are we being futile in our effort? Where are we investing a lot of time but getting little rewards? And when we remove those things, we can start investing more time into things that actually bring us results and actually make us happy and actually fulfill us, instead of wasting all this time in different areas. So there's no rush to achieving your goals. All it's going to do is create overtraining and pressure and stress, and it's going to create further comparative thinking. Stop rushing, take your time, and realize that when you get to success, you won't care, whatever your definition of success is. When you get to success, you won't care how long it took you. All that you'll care about is when you get there and the fact that you did get there. So the other thing that your coach will never tell you, or another thing that your coach will never tell you, is training isn't everything. Just because they're obsessed with the CrossFit Games doesn't mean that you need to be obsessed with the CrossFit Games. The best athletes that I've ever worked with have understood that even if we're talking about the best athletes and talking about the guys and girls that I've worked with who have gone on to the games and gone on to the regionals, they know that their athletic career is not going to last forever. They know that there's no point investing, putting all their eggs into this one basket, investing all their time, resources, and even money into this one pursuit, when in the rest of their life they're desperately unhappy. And sure, there's going to be trade-offs, and sure, they're going to invest more time in this area to relationships or going out or whatever, but you don't have to become singular in focus. I think becoming singular in focus is a surefire way to become unhappy. I used the example in this post about when I earned the Green Beret of the Royal Marines, and this Green Beret was the product of years of training and hardship and finding out new levels of myself and all this kind of this struggle essentially, and strife and hardship and real challenge. But when I got it put on my head, I still remember the very distinct feeling of, well, I'm still the same person. Nothing has changed now. I'm still fundamentally I'm me. I still had, as I wrote in the post, I still had all the same trappings, the same flaws, and the same mindset. And achievements aren't a good replacement. Sorry, achievements aren't a good replacement for feeling inadequate. We can't just achieve our way out of feelings of inadequacy. So we've got to keep on understanding that our whole persona is just as important as training. And I'm not saying you devalue training. I'm saying that you put more value elsewhere in addition to this. And finally, the way to improve, the most progressive way for you, the most progressive choices for you, and the kind of the answers that you seek, do not lie in more knowledge. They don't lie in books and online courses, unless you're going for mindset, of course, because that's the opposite of this. But they don't lie in all these, like, even your coaches themselves. This is your coach is going to say, look, you got to breathe more. You got to understand more about your macros. You got to understand more about that. But the knowledge that these books contain is merely information, and knowledge is implemented information, but they only contain information. So what we're trying to do here is add more complexity to a problem that is already too complex. The reason that you're not where you want to be is, I'm sorry to say this, because of you. We get in our own way. Like, as human beings, we get in our own way. As athletes, we get in our own way. And as my mentor said again, the answer isn't in finding new ways to be successful, but in releasing yourself from the reasons that you haven't been so far. And more information is not, or a lack of information is not the reason you haven't been successful. It's a lack of implementation. So there's never been a point before now when information has been so freely available, so easily available, and so accessible. But we are, as athletes, so far away from what's going to make us successful, so far away from who we want to be. So the answer isn't in finding new information, it's in implementing it. It's understanding what lies in your way. So the only way to become successful is to seek more self-knowledge. And yes, training is a great caveat for that. And yes, sometimes seeking more information can be a caveat for that, but only because it's forcing you to be reflective. And that forced reflectiveness and that forced introspection and that forced self-knowledge is the real value, and we got to put the value in who you want to be, not in what you want to achieve. So there are 3 things that your coach will never tell you. It's a very short list, but I'm sure there's plenty more that you can find out. If you enjoyed the show, I'd love to have you in the Mindset for Functional Athletes group. It's on Facebook. It's like there's more and more people interacting, and if you're one of these people that is interacting and kind of posting up, and the thing that's happening at the moment is just sharing disgusting workouts. So even if you just want a resource list for foul workouts like assault on Kalsu, which is 100 calories for time on the assault bike with I think it was 5 thrusters every minute on the minute. Even if you just want a bank of horrendous workouts, then this is going to be the toolkit or the resource for you. So come inside the group. We're going to support you, not by just giving you more knowledge, like I said, but by creating a culture, creating more self-knowledge, and giving you the toolkit to thrive. It's completely safe as well, like safe space. That phrase is over cliched and overused, but it's a place where there's no bullshit tolerated, where we are all there just to become better athletes. And if anyone's in there selling crap or being a dick to other members, they're straight out. It's a really good environment full of really nice people. So I'd love to hear from you. Get in that group, go on Facebook, search for Mindset Functional Athletes, and I'll hopefully see you in there. And of course, leave 5 stars reviews on iTunes or wherever you hear this podcast. And I'll speak to you all very soon.